Good morning. It is Friday and today is just jam-packed with stuff for work. I'm super excited though. I'm going to be recording the first episode of a podcast. I recorded a podcast last night, the Creative Dads podcast with Adil. So make sure you go check out that, link down below. I'm running just a little bit late though, and I've got all this gear to pack up and bring with me. Let's go. Always running. I gotta catch this train. Made it. That 45-minute train ride felt like 5 minutes. I'm still sweating from that run to the train. Today is episode 304, and that's a special number for me. I'll tell you why in just a second. So I've said a bunch of times that I'm highly motivated by streaks. And when I say that, I mean like doing something for 5 days in a row or something for 10 days in a row. That streak of doing something every single day, highly motivating to me, almost addictive. I have a bunch of things that I've tried to do streaks for. I've tried a bunch of 365-day projects, like a photo every day. I've done Inktober. I've done something that I call positive finish, which is writing in a journal, listing out all the positive things that you've done every single day. Positive finish is kind of what turned into these daily vlogs. I used to account for all the positive things that I did every single day in like a journal format, handwritten, that turned into a digital format, and eventually kind of morphed into these vlogs. So we're at 304 of these videos, and that means that I've beaten my previous biggest, most accomplished streak, which is 303 days of doing a workout every single day. I don't recommend working out every single day, and like I said, it's kind of addictive to me, so once I had that workout streak going, I couldn't stop. The only reason I stopped at 303 was because I got really sick. I want to share with you some of the data from that 303 workout streak and kind of compare my workouts from that time period, from before I had Keo to now, and see how's my workout schedule changed and how's my relationship with doing a workout every single day versus now when I take rest and let my body recover. Now, as I said, I've got a super busy day here at work, so we're going to get through it as fast as I possibly can, and then we'll get to the data stuff. I've been wanting to do this podcast since before we started the Creative Dads podcast, but you should go listen to that. This one's going to be very work related. I'm going to get all the people from work on this. It's going to be good. No small November, more projects. Turns out the acoustics are fine in that room, but the AC noise, out of control. So I'm gonna try to swap rooms real quick. Absolutely exhausting day at the office today, but I'm excited to get home and go through the data because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some interesting trends. I'm looking forward to it. We made it. I think Keo's asleep. So hopefully I can take a nap, play with Keo, and we'll check out the data. I like your monster pants. So this is where it gets super interesting for me, is looking at the data. And I haven't seen this data that we're gonna look at, which is kind of the overview of the last 3 years of my workout history, going back to that 303-day streak of workouts like I talked about. And I'm ready to dive in. I'm super stoked for this. So regardless of what your thoughts are on logging your workouts on social media, sharing them publicly, I highly, highly recommend that you track your workouts somehow. I track my workouts in a few different ways. The main way I track them is most of my runs and swims are tracked with my watch, unless I forget it. That's why I say most of it. That watch data gets published to Garmin, which then gets pushed to Strava and then to Training Peaks. So I have my data kind of all over the place, and I really like Strava because of the tools that it has to check routes, to check segments, to compare yourself against past rides, to see ride flybys. The data visualization on Strava is just good, and that's part of the reason I really like it. The other side of it is the social aspect. I love giving my friends the kudos when I see their awesome workouts. I love tracking the pros to see what they're up to, and it's a good community, I think. But anyways, let's take a look at my data. So this year is 2018. The streak that I've been talking about is 2016. If you look over here on the right side, this is Strava's training log, and you can see I've logged all of my races. And I have to say, 2016 was a very, very productive and busy year. I've marked off some of these things like the half marathon PRs, Portland Marathon, my first marathon ever, and then my first 50K run. It was a fun year. Gosh, I forgot I did all of this. But what I want to see is, if say I jump back to December, this screen here, this is what I was so proud of, and this is what I was so addicted to, that workout streak. Each one of these bubbles that you see here is a workout that I did on a day of the week, right? So Monday through Sunday, and if you just scroll down, you can see all these workouts I did. Again, Strava does this great data visualization thing with the size of the bubble based on how long the workout was. So you can see that some of my workouts were short, right? Like if I hover over this one, 45-minute run, swim, and then you got some days where I do like 3 sports, like 30 minutes each. And then you also have those big days where I'm doing like a 4-hour bike ride plus a run. That's a big brick session that I did. That was a fun one. Once I broke that streak, even though it wasn't a choice of my own, it kind of gave me permission to do what I knew I needed to do while I was doing that streak, which was take rests. I ended up getting a much, much healthier training schedule with rest days in between. And because I allowed my body to rest and actually recover, the performance in the next year, while I didn't have to work out every single day, my performance increased. And I knew that was going to be the case, but like I said, I was so addicted to getting that streak one more day that I didn't allow myself the rest. I just want to check one last thing, which is my overall yearly progressions. And this data, I did not expect this at all. I felt like this year, 2018, I worked out not too much less than I did in 2016 and 17, but turns out I worked out a lot less. Look at this line. This yellow line here, that's 2018. This green line is 2016, and this dark blue line that's at the top is 2017. You can pretty much tell that this graph is distance and workouts over time. You know, I've been training for shorter races this year, and I've been training smarter, not longer. So I've been putting in a lot less time, especially now that we have Kyo. And so this graph is considerably lower than the green line and even the dark blue line of the last 2 years. Now you see this flat spot here in this year, and if you're not familiar with what I've been doing the last couple of months, right here in the middle of August, that's when I crashed at the Oakland Triathlon. I injured my neck, I injured my shoulder, and immediately after the race, I didn't do anything for almost 2 full weeks. I slowly have been getting back into it. I've been doing a lot of rides, a couple runs, and maybe a couple swims, but the progression after that crash really started to taper down. That's a bummer to see, but it's also motivating because it's starting to swing back up. And I know that as I prepare for 2019 and I get ready for my race in March, that this training line it's going to start to go up. It's going to start to climb. And I'm not so worried about the amount of time I spend training compared to the previous years. Those are different seasons. Those are different busy life schedules. I've probably said this many times, but I've been training smarter, and I'm going to be training smarter for the rest of this year as it trends into 2019. And I'm optimistic that I'll be getting faster, I'll be getting stronger, and it should be a good season. Thanks for sticking with me through all this data. I really hope that looking at my graphs over the last few years are encouraging to you to start tracking your data now, especially if you're not tracking it. And I hope that I've convinced you that data is beneficial to track, whether it's public or not. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with a workout. Bye for now. Look at that. I should just keep this on the screen all the time. Man, that sunrise yesterday was amazing. Anyways, we're here for Strava. Let's check it out. Nope, not what I want.